Well. This is a special portfolio update. I mean, I feel like they've all been kind of special the past couple of weeks. But this is the first time I am giving you a $200,000 portfolio update. So in this video, I'm going to break down the portfolio, show you any moves that I made today, share some of the posts from Twitter, and give the shout outs at the very end. Okay, so let's get to it. So right now we are at $218,255.75 today. So it's an amazing day. It was a great day with the elections. I guess no matter who you voted for, I mean, it looks like the results came out. It looks like Donald Trump will be the president, and the markets, they loved it. The markets really did love it. So let's see what the holdings, how they did today. Percent change. Let me reset it. All right, so some of the biggest winners were the Bitcoin miners in Tesla. You got Riot, Marathon, they're up 17%. Tesla's up 13%. HIMS, 12%. Rocket Lab, 11%. Palantir, up 8.5%. Insane. Google, 4%. SoFi, 3%. Accelera, 1%. And then we have some of the losers here. You have Enovix, basically flat. Celsius down 6%. Enphase is one of the big losers from the election. It looks like they don't like the fact that Elon Musk will be close to the president. Or I don't know if it's the tariffs on China. I'm not sure what it is but the investors do not like that. So let's check out the accounts. Let's see how they're doing today. So the traditional IRA was up almost 12% today. So an 11.9% move today. We're up 100% year to date. Wow. We've officially doubled the account. Oh, that's pretty cool. We've officially doubled our first double without contributing any additional money besides the contributions and wow, look at that. Oh, mind you, these the 7,000 contribution is split up between the traditional and the Roth. So this is what I started with, 3,800. So doubled that. Nice. Okay. Enovix. We got 852 on Enovix, 715 on Rocket Lab, 3,600 in Rocket Lab shares, and 1,900 in TSLL shares. Total percent change. So we're basically flat on the Enovix calls. We're up 21% on the Rocket Lab calls, 37% on the shares, and 26% on the TSLL shares. Okay. The Roth IRA. Holy crap. Even higher than the other one. Excuse me. We're up 22% on this account. Insane. We're up 106% year to date, so we're over 100% on this account as well. So, yeah, look at that. First double on this account as well. So we're up 105% all time, going back to December 22nd of last year. Insane. Our very first double. All right, so we still have 1,800 in buying power. Haven't really used any of the money yet. We got 132 in SoFi, 12 in Celsius, 1,900, basically $2,000 in Enovix, 1,400 in Tesla calls, 9,000 in Rocket Lab, and 400 in Accelera. Let's see the total percent change. So we're down 35% on the SoFi calls, 5% on the Enovix calls, 124% returns on the Tesla calls. I think that's the biggest reason for the return today. We're up 31% on Rocket Lab and basically flat on Accelera. So we got our first doubles in the retirement accounts, which is great to see. Now, the big account. Oops. I always try to build up to that, the all-time. So in the big account, we're up 8.3% today. We're up 14,000 here. Let's see. We're up 96% in the past 3 months. 186% year to date. 191% in the past year, and 121% all time, going back to August 2nd of 2021. So, man, looks like a goddamn exponential growth curve. Buying power still at 4,700. Now I did make a major move on the account. I'll go over that in a little bit. So this is our equity. So we have 1,100 on the short-term Palantir covered calls, 1,500 on the cash geared puts for Marathon, and 1,900 for Innovix. We have 35 grand in $45 Palantir covered calls. 500 in Riot, 1,100 in Innovix, 3,200 on HIMS, had a pretty good day today, 500 in Enphase, 14 grand in Tesla, 1,800 in Google, 2,200 in SoFi, 2,100 in Rocket Lab, 190,000 in Palantir, and 6,500 in Rocket Lab. Now, the biggest changes here, total return, down 267% on the covered calls. Those numbers look scary as fuck, but I mean, I've seen worse. As far as the highest return so far, it looks like Tesla is the winner at 125% return so far. And up next, we're got HIMS. HIMS have a 44% return so far. Then we got the Riot calls up 36%, SoFi calls up 31%, and Rocket Lab at 22%. And the total percent change here on the holdings, 187% on the Palantir shares and 60% on the Rocket Lab shares. So the big move was rolling these covered calls. So I rolled the 22 covered calls, but I also sold an additional 8. The reason I sold the additional 8 was to cover the cost. So here, I closed 22 contracts at $14 a contract, and I opened up 22 at $10 a contract. So there was an $8,000 delta, I guess you could say, like a debit. I basically paid an $8,000 debit to roll up $5. And for me, I'm just aggressively trying to catch to the stock price. And to do that without paying too much of a debit, too much of a net debit, that $8,000, I made up for it by selling. I wonder if it will show up here. Yeah, there it is. So I received an $8,300 credit for selling 8 more contracts on Palantir. So I sold an additional 8. Yes, they are in the money, but I only sold them at that strike to basically keep them all bunched up in one strike and to make up for the $8,000 that I had to pay. So out of pocket, I guess you could say it was basically a wash. But as a pro, I increased my strike from 40 to 45. So now I qualify for a lot more capital appreciation. The con is that now I'm a little bit deeper into this, into the covered calls, meaning more of my position is now involved. So, yeah. And something that I was listening to TJ about is if I don't plan on selling the majority of these shares for the next 3 to 5 years, what does it matter if I'm underwater temporarily? If I'm going to keep kicking the can down the road, getting another $5, $10, $5 here, $5 here, ultimately, I may catch up to the stock, I may not, but ultimately, 3 years down the road, these strikes will be much, much higher. So just have my eye on the long run now, and not too worried about being behind the stock right now. Let's see. But yeah, overall, I'm just, I'm grateful to be able to do this, like, I mean, this is just something that I do for myself as a daily, kind of like a trading journal or a daily, just a daily journal, just to see like how I'm feeling or what's going on in the market. And I'm sure I'll be looking back at this in a couple years and realizing, man, the portfolio's at 300, 400,000, 500,000. What was I doing back when it was at 200, at 100? When I had my worst loss of the day. It's I think those days matter because we all need to learn from our mistakes. So we make these mistakes when our portfolios are small, not when they're 7 figures. So anyway, let's see what's going on Twitter. Yeah, I hear. So yesterday, it was November 5th, and 3 months ago was August 5th, and that was during the crisis of the Japanese yen carry trade. So everyone's portfolios was basically tanking. And during that big dip, it was basically comparing the results from that and 3 months out, and it was 113% return, $89,000 in return in the past 3 months. So it looks more dramatic because of that big dip. So, that's basically what I look like. I was like, oh my God. Let's see. Peter Beck posted this. He posted this about as close to liftoff as you can get. Sound up. Oh my God, I'm gonna crack myself up. Fuck, I can't help it. Election 2024. Me and Bay watching Trump beat Kamala. So we got Family Day at the Aquarium. Dodgers won the World Series. Palantir's above $50. The portfolio is above 200,000. Donald Trump won the election. What an incredible past couple of weeks it's been. Man, it's hard to ask for more. So there's the celebration, officially announcing that he won the presidential election.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America. President of the United States, President.
A tale of two sides, right? Here's how Kamala can still win. Thanks for reading. Oh man, Reddit is losing their collective mind right now. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but this person's saying that they're basically literally crying. That blah, 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 I don't get his appeal. I don't understand the country I live in. It bothers me. It pains me. I wouldn't let a man like that near me, let alone running a country. I actually think he's evil, pure evil. I think I'll cry some more. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Hey, so Eliano, shout out to Eliano. Posting some incredible merchandise, like designing and choosing, selecting the fabrics and all the materials that go into this. Shout out to you, man. And this one is all the proceeds for the Army Navy hats go to the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. So it's awesome. So I bought one. I bought the Army hat. It's gonna look good. The Palantir bulls will get exhausted at these levels. Palantir bulls at these levels.
All day like, all night like, let's get it like, let's get it like, let's get it like, all day like.
Nevada and New Mexico still counting votes in 2025. And then my last post so far just closed above 200,000 for the very first time. Man. But it's awesome. It's awesome having so much support, especially on X. It's incredible. X is such a great, there's no better place to to share your love for investing. You know, it's just so much support. I mean, look at all these people sharing their, you know, their journey, and it's just a lot of support, man. A lot of support. And Davis here, time for celebrating is over. Let's get you to 300 now.
Half happy or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Okay. Still waiting for.
But yeah, man, so many awesome people. I got to reply to a couple people in the threads now. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. And look at that, Matt killing it, crushing it with bros. Hell yeah. Earnings must have been good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for liking the videos, subscribing, and leaving comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.